It's past midnight. 6 race cars sit torn open under white light in a room at the road center. Engines are cracked open. Parts are laid out across steel tables. And the one car everyone in the garage is thinking about right now isn't even in that room. That single fact is the part nobody in the sport wants to say out loud tonight. This is Pocono, home of the Great American Getaway 400. Denny Hamlin started from the pole, led 28 laps, and won the race by passing Kyle Larson with just 6 laps remaining. Behind him, Christopher Bell was racing hurt and tried to stretch his fuel mileage to the finish before coming up short. For Hamlin, the win wasn't just another trophy. It marked his 8th career Pocono win and his 3rd straight win, the first time in his career he has won 3 consecutive races. On paper, this looks like a clean story. A dominant driver. A milestone number. A satisfying finish line moment. Before we go further, if you're new to this channel, this is NASCAR Racing World, and we're closing in on our first 500 subscribers. If you want more breakdowns like this one, hit subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment telling us what you think happened at Pocono. Your support is what allows us to keep bringing this kind of detailed reporting to you every single week. Now here's where the story stops being clean. Remember those 6 torn open race cars sitting under the lights at the road center? Those cars belonged to Kyle Larson, Daniel Suarez, Ryan Blaney, Chris Buescher, John Hunter Nemechek, and Tyler Reddick. All 6 were sent in for inspection after the race. Hamlin's car was not one of them. The official reporting on the situation came quickly, and it came from respected NASCAR journalists. Dustin Long posted, "No issues. All clear. Denny Hamlin is the winner." Claire B. Lang posted, "No issues. All clear. Have a great evening." Sit with that for a second. 6 cars impounded. One of them belonging to the runner-up, Kyle Larson. And the sign-off from the sport's own reporting is a breezy "have a great evening," as if nothing about that lineup deserved a second look. The question forming here isn't an accusation. It's simply this: why does routine post-race inspection only ever seem to apply to everyone except the winner's car? To understand why this particular gap matters, you have to zoom out to the entire 2026 season. Toyota teams have combined for 11 wins in the opening 18 races of the year. Of those 11 wins, 5 came from a single organization, 23XI Racing. Now here's the detail that changes how this whole story reads. Tyler Reddick, the driver Hamlin just held off to win at Pocono, drives for 23XI Racing. And Hamlin himself is a co-owner of that team. The fastest car chasing him down the stretch is a car he signs the checks for. It doesn't stop there. Joe Gibbs Racing, the team Hamlin drives for, and 23XI Racing, the team he co-owns, run an open technical and data alliance between them. This isn't a rumor. Hamlin described this alliance himself, on his own podcast, Actions Detrimental. On that podcast, Hamlin explained that sharing data across 7 Toyota entries gives every team more information and more engineering knowledge. That sounds reasonable on its own. But it raises an obvious follow-up question. If the data is shared equally across 7 cars, why is one team's driver out front almost every single week, while the rest of the alliance isn't? Hamlin's own explanation, on air, was that both sides get the same data but interpret it and act on it differently. Is that an answer, or is that a way of avoiding one? The audience is left to decide for themselves, because no one inside the alliance seems interested in settling it. Someone outside the alliance was, though. Brad Keselowski has publicly argued that rule changes since 2017 pushed development toward manufacturers, leaving each brand with essentially one flagship program. That statement lands directly on how Toyota's current structure, and specifically the JGR and 23XI alliance, is built. Hamlin's response to that criticism was not a denial. It was an acknowledgement wrapped inside a defense of the system he benefits from. What you're left with is 2 respected veterans of the sport, publicly disagreeing on whether this arrangement represents smart, modern racing strategy, or an uneven playing field for everyone not inside the alliance. And there is no umpire stepping in from NASCAR itself to settle which version is correct. This also is not the first time Hamlin has been in this exact room, at this exact track, under circumstances like these. In 2022, at Pocono, Hamlin's win was stripped after a post-race inspection revealed illegal aero parts. It was the first Cup Series disqualification since 1960. Chase Elliott inherited that win and refused to celebrate on stage. That history sits directly underneath everything happening now, in 2026, where Hamlin returns to the same track more confident than ever, essentially daring the sport to go through that process again. Nobody has resolved whether that parallel means anything. It's simply sitting there, unspoken, for anyone paying attention to notice. And the drama here isn't limited to Hamlin, his alliance, or the inspection process. It's already cost other drivers meaningful pieces of their season. On lap 47, chaos broke out on track that changed the outcome for multiple competitors who had nothing to do with the alliance debate at all. Their race, and in some cases their championship positioning, took a direct hit from an incident entirely separate from anything happening at the road center that night. If you enjoy real NASCAR breakdowns like this, you'll like what's coming next. Before you go, make sure you're subscribed here at NASCAR Racing World, drop a comment with your take on the inspection gap, and share this video with another NASCAR fan who needs to see this. We're almost at 500 subscribers, and every like, comment, and share helps this channel keep bringing you the stories the mainstream coverage glosses over.